Hello, 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 beloved souls. Happy, thriving, healthy Thursday. We are ending September. We're heading into October. We have a new moon in Libra coming up, and Mercury's in retrograde, right? Which has been so fun. Let me tell you, it's so fun to have delays. It's so fun to deal with miscommunications. It's so fun to deal with technological interruptions. Said no one ever, right? But it's a time to just, if you know that's what's going on, you act accordingly, right? Give yourself a little bit more time when you're traveling. Double check the fine print. Make sure you're being clear in your words. Don't sign any legal contracts if you don't have to. Things of this nature. Traveling, give yourself more time. If you're like me and you work online or you're dealing with computers a lot, right? Like, make sure your stuff is cleared out, make sure you have enough storage, make sure your battery's charged, make sure you have your charger, like things like that can go on. But there's been a lot of heavy energies coming up this Mercury retrograde because it's in Libra, which is a sign of balance, and it's also about relationships. So there's a lot of energy about really reevaluating, reviewing, um, sometimes reconciling, just releasing all aspects of our relationships, right? It's time to take a stock and look at relationships, whether that's the relationship with yourself, with your family, your friends, your coworkers, like just really taking a look at life right now. And because the energies have been kind of heavy and intense as we've all been clearing out and really pushing things out since that last full moon, I wanted to do a healing mantra and just see if there's anything that we can just give us a little oomph as we go into this weekend, right? As we welcome in October and we welcome in this new energy. September was about endings and finales and really closing things out. So now that we've all done some really, really tough inner work, let's see what healing medicine October has for us, right? Thank you to my team of light. Okay. Oh my God. Yes. Amplifying abundance, guys. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Isn't that amazing? I really just want you to look at the sacred geometry. Focus on that. Focus on that geometry and just breathe it in. Welcome to October. October is bringing abundance in. It's lit. It is lit. It is lit. It is lit. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Say it. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Claim it, claim it, claim it, claim it. That's wonderful. I love that that's the first card. I think I'm gonna pull out a divine abundance card for that because I'm so stoked. We'll get back to the healing mantra, but I want to do the divine abundance. I'm so excited. Yes, that's a welcome shift. That is a welcome shift from the crap load of September. That's a welcome shift. All right, my beautiful team of light. What do you got for the collective about this amplifying abundance card? Hello, October. Hello. Love it. Self-love. Big, big time. What did I just say? Libra season, right? Mercury retrograde, looking at relationships. The relationship with yourself, first and foremost. Self-love is key, guys. Key. And as you love on yourself and as you're healing yourself and as you're honoring yourself, you're drawing in the energies of abundance, right? You become magnetic to these things because you're loving yourself. You're showing up for yourself. You're honoring yourself. And the universe is like, yes, let's give them some love. Let's give them some abundance. Let's shower them with all this goodness because what you give out, you get back in. It's a beautiful thing. Let the wall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I'm sorry, let the wall fall. Important. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. I long to take care of myself like never before. There's been such a big energy this week of Mother Mary coming in, right? And the Divine Mother and the Holy Mother just nurturing and loving us and reminding us not only that we are children of the divine, but that we're here to be joyful. We're here to be loving. We're here to feel good. And so you have to do things that cause you to feel good for yourself. And maybe that's going for a walk, taking a bath, grabbing a slice of pizza, going to get some ice cream, like not answering the phone, taking a nap. Like there's a lot of things that you can do that can give love back to you. And as you're doing that and as you're radiating and embodying that beautiful love, it is amplified out into the universe, right? And then it's magnetized back to you. So this amplifying abundance is beautiful, right? Because abundance can be anything, an abundance of love, an abundance of joy, an abundance of money, like fulfillment, friendship. Like, what is it that you want to have magnified in your life? What brings you happiness? What lights your soul up? It's your birthright to be happy. I hope you know that. I love it. All right, let's go back to the healing mantra. See what else I got for you. This is amazing. Amazing. Greeting wellness. Greeting wellness. If that's not the biggest energy going on right now, I don't know what it is. I just saw 555. Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. Look at the geometry. Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. We're in Libra season, right? Libra is all about balance, right? That's the scales, justice, judgment, making sure things are fair, right? So as you're going through life and you're getting things in order, you got to stay grounded and centered. And I know that's not always easy. Like I'm having a lot of different challenging things going on in my external world and having to really like step back and quiet and get centered and be like, okay, like if it's taking me off my kilter, I gotta bring it back in. And that's not always easy because life can be coming at you quickly, right? And then you have like family, your friends, you got responsibilities, your job, your career, like whatever you got going on, and it can seem overwhelming, right? And so you're being called to just stop, take a breath, come back into center, and just like be one with yourself and know that things are going to balance themselves out and know that things are being balanced out. And when we stop and we can kind of look at things from a broader perspective, we'll see that things are actually working out for the greatest good as they always do. So it's just time during this time, this Libra time, to really honor yourself, honor your relationship with yourself, honor and look at the relationships you have with others. Do you want these people in your life or don't you? Does this relationship make you happy or unhappy? Do you love yourself? Do you respect yourself? Are you honoring yourself? Are you valuing yourself? Are you treating yourself like you would your best friend or one of your children that you cater to, right? We're so good to others, but sometimes we forget to be good to ourselves. And so you're being reminded to be good to yourself because love is also your birthright. Let's see. What else we got? Do another healing card. Let's do another healing card. This is incredible. They're flying. They're just flying out. Demystifying the darkness. Okay. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. Give me the chills. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. As we're talking about this beautiful healing energy, it is so important to honor every aspect of you, right? The imbalanced parts that we're working to bring into balance, the parts that we don't necessarily love, the parts that we don't like to look at, the parts that don't make us seem even like the nicest or kindest person, right? The parts that make us look selfish or vengeful or nasty. Like, we need to look at all aspects of ourselves. All of us have been a toxic person in someone else's life, right? All of us have maybe made choices that didn't honor ourselves, right? Maybe we didn't stand in our own truth. We betrayed our own soul. And so there's a time right now to take a look at that, and not with shame and not with judgment and not pointing the finger, but just being like, you know what? I could have did better. I'm going to do better now that I know better. Or every time I'm in this situation or with these people, I don't feel good. So I'm going to separate, move on, or maybe I have to completely dissolve. It's not always easy to do that. I know some people we have to love from a distance, right? Because we just have ties to them, karmic ties, soul ties, that they're always going to be a part of our life. 444 now. 555 and 444. You guys are on a roll. But you have to honor yourself. You have to love yourself. And that means setting boundaries sometimes. That means standing in your yes or standing in your no. That means making a choice, right? There's no more like sitting on the fence of life, like either shit or get off the pot. Make a choice. So you're either going to show up for yourself or you're not. But if you don't decide to show up for yourself and then the world isn't showing up for you, you can't really be mad at that because it's like, well, if you don't believe in you, why the hell should the rest of us, right? And it's that energy. It's like you really got to honor and love yourself. And what does that mean? What does it mean to love yourself? Like literally, can you look yourself in the mirror right now and be like, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love that roll. I love that bony arm. I love that, like that blubbery stomach. I love the, what do you call that, chin fat that people get when we get older, right? Like, it's like, I love my wrinkles. I love my acne. I love my fucked up hair. Like, what do you love? Like, love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself so much, so hopelessly, so deeply, and watch the universe just amplify that in your life. It's time to focus on you. It's time to make you your priority. It's time to honor yourself and your soul and the guidance that you're getting and really just bring it all together and look at your life and be like, you know what? This is working and this isn't. And although this isn't working, it's not about ignoring it because we focus our energies on the positive thing. That doesn't mean that we ignore the negative things. It means that the negative thing doesn't take up the majority of our energies. It's like, yeah, all right, I know I got to throw the trash out, right? Does that mean that I can't love and be in awe of my house and really grateful and appreciative? No, like I really love my home, but I still got to throw the trash out. It has to get done. I got to deal with it at some point so I can love, honor, respect my home. And in love, honoring, and respecting my home, I'm taking the trash out because I don't want it to start molding and smelling in my home because I love, honor, and respect my home. You know what I'm saying? Like, focus on the good, give the not so great things their time, but know that if you're vibing high and you're vibing really high and you're keeping your vibration high and things are working well, all that other shit starts to fade away. And sometimes that's people, places, and things. No hard feelings, but everything ain't for everybody, and everyone in your life doesn't necessarily always have to stay there, right? Sometimes we're really comfortable with what we've always known because we're afraid to try something new. We're familiar. There's a quote that I saw. It's like, people prefer familiar hells over a strange heaven. And that really stuck with me because it's like we're so used to the devil we know that we're scared to just shift. It's like, well, what if I get the same thing? And what if you get something better? What if it works out? What if you actually end up happy? Like, take a chance on yourself. This is about you. It's about you thriving and being luminous and sovereign at this time and really just stepping into your power. The universe is supporting you. So what are you waiting for? I'm a big fan of being spoiled by the universe. I tell people that all the time. Like, I'm spoiled. God spoils me. I am spoiled, 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 spoiled. And every day I'd be like, yup, how are you going to spoil me today? How are you going to delight me? How are you going to surprise me? Oh, what magic are you going to bring into my house? I can't wait for this high vibrational day. I can't wait to see what today brings. And then I'm just open to it. And sometimes it's something big. Like, I don't know, like I get to see a friend that I haven't seen in like years. Or sometimes it's something small, like a beautiful sun shower in the morning while I'm sitting outside meditating because that's one of my favorite weathers. Like, and to some people that may not look like a big thing, but to me that's huge because it shows me the universe is just going out of its way to bring me joyful, delightful things because that's what I'm vibrating at. I'm vibrating at a level where I can get what I'm giving. So if you're getting kind of crap in your life, you have to change your vibration, change your thought process, change how you feel about these things, right? Shift your perspective. I'm not saying any of these things are going to happen overnight. I'm not saying they're magic. I'm saying make the effort. I'm saying do the due diligence. I'm saying take pride in yourself. I'm saying love yourself enough to show up for yourself. Love yourself enough to be there for yourself, to honor, respect, and love on you and your sovereignty and your luminous being the way you do for other people. Be your own best friend. And it doesn't mean being a selfish, arrogant prick. It means being good to yourself. Because when you're good to yourself, you don't end up being a selfish, arrogant prick because then you don't, that it doesn't even make sense. You can't be in the same vibrations. Either you're going to be like so loving and so beautiful that you're able to give that back out, or you're a dickhead and you're not. You can't do both. Just letting you know. All right, we're going to do one more card. And then I'm going to wrap this up. I have to go to a funeral this weekend, so I will not be around, but I'm sending you all so much love, joy, and just peace. Ooh. Releasing expectations. This is a big one. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. Releasing expectations. I had a beautiful sermon, I want to say. I think his name is Pastor Stephen Furtick, I want to say. Um, and he was having a whole sermon about unexpressed expectations, right? We sometimes hold people in a certain light, even ourselves, right? We have so many expectations and judgments of ourselves because we're comparing ourselves to others. You're comparing yourself to this person in your family. You're comparing yourself to your friend, or you're comparing yourself to that relationship, or you're comparing yourself to that parent. Like, we're constantly comparing ourselves and kind of putting ourselves in a box, and then having high expectations for ourselves, or the people in our lives. And then when they don't fulfill them, we're disappointed or we're hurt, right? And it's like, well, you expect a lot of people sometimes. And I know a lot of people like that. They expect so much of others. And it's like, you're being, you're doing too much. Really, it's like you're doing too much. Like, meet people where they're at. Meet people where they're at. And some people do and will show up and show out for you. It's going to be amazing. And some people are just going to blob through life like a jellyfish and just kind of just keep floating on. And that's fine too. But if you're expecting people to be a you, you're going to be disappointed and hurt. I'm big about celebrating the people in my life, right? I'm big about showing up for the people in my life. I am big about supporting the people in my life. And I'm really, really big about keeping my word. I'm big on keeping my word. Like, I would just rather not say anything. If you ask me something and I'm not sure, I'm going to tell you I'm not sure, because I'm not going to tell you a yes and it might be a no, right? I don't like to be like, hey, we're going to go do this on Saturday, and then Saturday comes and I don't keep my word. I don't even do that to my kids. My kids ask me something, I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. Why? Because the world is going to disappoint them. They don't need to hear it from mommy all the time, right? And so I had to realize a long time ago that just because that's how Autumn rolls, that doesn't mean anything about everybody else. Like, just because I'm big on keeping my word doesn't mean that everybody else is going to keep their word. Just because I love to celebrate, honor, and support people doesn't mean that everyone in my life is going to do so. So it got to a point where it was like, okay, what are you going to do about it? You know, you're going to sit here and cry about it, or you're just going to start shifting. And so I started shifting. Started cleaning house, started dusting those corners, and I had to get rid of people that were not in alignment with where I am and where I'm going. Like, if you're not going to be supportive, if you're not going to be loving, if you're not trying to pour life into me, if you're not here to bring light or support into my life, you got to go. If you're belittling me, if you're condescending, if you can't keep your word, if you're being like selfish, you got to go. And it's no hard feelings. It's like, again, like I said, some people just need to be loved from a distance. And I'm big. I will love you from afar. I love everyone. I really do. I love all over 7.5 billion people on this planet. I love them all. And some I love in a really intimate way because I have an intimate relationship with them. And some I don't. And that's fine. And some I will love from a distance. And that's fine. Stay where you're at. It doesn't, no love lost. But you're not going to come over here with the dumb shit. And I'm not going to get myself all worked up expecting you to be a me. No, I want you to show up as the best you that you can be. And the best you might trump me. And I might be like, yes, you might inspire me to do something else greater. But I'm not going to sit my life and like be so expectant of other people to be great when they don't even expect it for themselves, you know? We have expectations of people that they don't even have of themselves. You want this person to do this, and that, and they don't see it, nor are they interested in your vision of them. And I know it's a hard conversation with some of you, but yeah, some people just don't give a fuck about your opinion. They don't care what you think of them. They don't care about how you think they should do. They don't care about how you feel about their. They don't care. They don't care. I know I don't care. I don't care what anyone has to say about my life. Not even partially concerned. I'm like, okay, well, it's not your life to live. You don't like my choices, don't make them. Right? It's really that easy. And so as we're releasing expectations of other people, it's like, yo, are these realistic? Is this something that you put on them, or is this something that's being put on you even, right? Because right now, as we're healing and people are getting triggered, you're either seeing like projections that are being put on you or reflections of things that you need to look at and clean up in your little mirror, right? Like, why is this getting under your skin? Is it bothering you because somebody's just projecting some bullshit onto you that you know is completely not in alignment with your truth? Or is it bothering you because it reminds you so much of you that you feel some kind of way? And that's big. That's a big acknowledgement, right? It's a big acknowledgement. I know that's a hard conversation. It's hard to look in the mirror and be like, I'm a fucktard, or I was toxic, or I could have did better, or I fucked up, right? Nobody wants to say sorry. Everybody's grown until it's time to apologize. Everybody's grown until it's time to apologize. And all of a sudden, everybody's got like cat bit their tongue. So funny. So funny. The point is, my beloved souls, that you always have a choice. And the month of October is bringing you in massive, massive, massive abundance. If you're willing to release the expectations of bullshit, if you're willing to step into love and love on yourself, and if you're willing to just bring balance into your life, to just really get to a point where you have, give yourself like 10 minutes a day just for you, right? And I'm not talking about like when you're sitting on a crapper and you got your like your cell phone and you're like scrolling through or playing a game. I'm talking about like 10 minutes where it's just like no phone, no TV, no side talking, nothing. Just 10 minutes with your thoughts. 10 minutes with just being within your whole body. Like, let me wiggle my toes. Let me feel my shoulders. Let me move my neck. Like, let me just give me 10 minutes to know that I'm in my body right now and see how that feels. I listen, meditation, it took me a long time to get into meditation. I'm a New Yorker. Me sitting in silence, let alone with my eyes closed, I'm like, you're trying to get me killed. Like that was my thought. Like you're trying to set me up. And it took a long time for me to get to a space where I felt safe enough to meditate, let alone to be able to quiet my mind. It took a minute. So I'm not saying that it's gonna take you like 5 seconds. You're gonna sit there and just be like, all of a sudden you're being enlightened. No. But I'm saying like if you give yourself time to just breathe and feel your body. Even if you just touch your body, like feel your body. Just be here with yourself for a second. Give yourself a massage. Feel what it's like. Just give yourself 10 minutes and then go see what the world is doing, right? Just take 10 minutes and then go check on the world. It's not going to explode around you in 10 minutes. The world has been doing its thing for a long time. The little 10 minutes you take for yourself, I promise you, it'll be all right. I promise you it'll be all right. Your kids will be fine, the food will be fine, your job will be fine, the phone will be fine, the world will be fine. The world was fine before you got here. It'll be fine when you leave. So taking 10 minutes for yourself a day is not going to kill anybody, least of all you. All right. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. I'll see you guys next week and have the dopest weekend ever. Happy October, guys. Later.